Hello, dear friends. Today, let's talk about something simple yet important: eggs. They are a part of many of our meals, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. They are nutritious, affordable, and easy to cook. But did you know that some common mistakes while cooking eggs can actually harm your health? Especially as we get older, our bodies need proper nutrition, and the way we prepare our food plays a big role in that. I know many of you have been cooking eggs for decades. Maybe you love your morning scrambled eggs, a boiled egg with toast, or even an omelette packed with vegetables. But today, I want to share with you 7 common mistakes people make when cooking eggs, mistakes that could make this healthy food less beneficial or even harmful. So let's go through them one by one and see how we can improve our egg cooking habits. Mistake 1: Overcooking eggs. We all like our eggs done a certain way. Some prefer them soft, others firm. But overcooking eggs can actually destroy some of their nutrients and make them harder to digest. When eggs are cooked at very high temperatures for too long, they can lose some of their essential vitamins. Worse, the cholesterol in eggs can get oxidized when exposed to high heat for too long, which may contribute to heart problems. Have you ever had a boiled egg where the yolk turned a little greenish? That happens when eggs are cooked for too long, and while it may not be harmful, it does affect the taste and texture. Overcooked eggs can also become rubbery, making them less enjoyable to eat. A simple fix? Cook eggs on medium to low heat and avoid frying them until they turn brown. Soft boiling, poaching, or making a light scramble is a great way to keep the nutrients intact. If you're boiling eggs, try removing them from the heat as soon as the water starts to boil and let them sit for about 9 to 12 minutes, depending on how firm you like them. This will help you avoid overcooking while keeping the texture just right. Another great way to avoid overcooking is to pay attention to the cooking method. For example, making an omelette on medium heat and taking it off the stove just before it looks completely done allows the residual heat to finish the cooking process without overcooking the eggs. Mistake 2: Using too much oil or butter. Frying eggs in too much oil or butter can add unnecessary saturated fats to your diet. While a little fat is fine, excess oil can contribute to weight gain, high cholesterol, and other health problems. Many of us grew up using a generous amount of butter or oil when frying eggs because that's how we were taught. But as we age, our bodies process fat differently. Too much saturated fat can clog arteries, raise bad cholesterol levels, and increase the risk of heart disease. While eggs themselves contain healthy fats, adding excessive oil or butter only increases the fat content unnecessarily. A better option is to use a nonstick pan with minimal oil or try cooking methods like poaching, boiling, or baking. If you still prefer to fry your eggs, consider using heart-healthy oils like olive oil and keeping the quantity small. Just a teaspoon of oil can be enough if you're using a good pan. Another alternative is to use cooking spray, which helps distribute oil evenly without using too much. Or if you enjoy the taste of butter, try using a smaller amount and combining it with a healthier oil, like avocado or olive oil, to reduce the amount of saturated fat while keeping the flavor. For those who love the rich taste of eggs cooked in butter, another trick is to add flavor in other ways. Consider sprinkling your eggs with herbs and spices like black pepper, paprika, or garlic powder instead of relying on excess butter or oil for taste. This way, you get delicious eggs without the extra unhealthy fats. Another great method is dry frying. If you have a well-seasoned cast iron or ceramic pan, you may not need any oil at all. Just heat the pan, crack in the eggs, and let them cook using the natural fat from the egg yolk. This way, you get a perfectly cooked egg with zero added oil. Mistake 3: Adding too much salt. Many of us have a habit of sprinkling salt on our eggs without even thinking about it. It's a habit we've developed over the years, and let's be honest, salt does enhance the flavor. But too much salt can lead to high blood pressure, heart disease, and kidney problems, especially as we age. Our bodies become more sensitive to sodium, meaning even a little extra can have a bigger impact on our health than when we were younger. The recommended daily intake of sodium for seniors is around 1,500 milligrams, but the average person consumes nearly double that amount. And let's not forget that many processed foods we eat already have a lot of hidden salt. Adding too much salt to our eggs just piles on extra sodium that we don't really need. Instead of automatically reaching for the salt shaker, try experimenting with natural herbs and spices. Black pepper, paprika, garlic powder, and onion powder can add a wonderful depth of flavor without the health risks of excessive salt. If you enjoy a bit of spice, a pinch of cayenne or chili powder can give your eggs a nice kick. Another great option is turmeric. Not only does it add a beautiful golden color, but turmeric is also known for its anti-inflammatory properties, which can help with joint pain and overall health. Just a small sprinkle can make a big difference. If you absolutely must use salt, try switching to a healthier alternative like pink Himalayan salt or sea salt. These types of salt contain trace minerals that may be better for your body compared to regular table salt. However, even with these, moderation is key. A good rule of thumb is to season your eggs after cooking rather than during. This allows you to control the amount of salt more easily and helps prevent overseasoning. Another trick? Use other flavorful ingredients like fresh herbs, a squeeze of lemon juice, or even a sprinkle of nutritional yeast for a cheesy taste without the added sodium. Remember, our taste buds adjust over time. If you start using less salt, you'll eventually crave it less and begin to enjoy the natural flavors of food more. Your heart and kidneys will thank you. Mistake 4. Eating raw or undercooked eggs. Some people enjoy eggs that are only partially cooked, like soft-boiled eggs with runny yolks or raw eggs blended into smoothies. You may have even seen bodybuilders or health enthusiasts cracking raw eggs into a glass and drinking them straight. While this might seem harmless, raw or undercooked eggs can carry harmful bacteria like salmonella, which can lead to food poisoning. For younger people with strong immune systems, this might not be a huge concern. But as we age, our immune systems weaken, making it harder for our bodies to fight off infections. A foodborne illness that might cause a minor stomach ache in a younger person can be much more dangerous for seniors, potentially leading to severe dehydration and hospitalization. The safest approach is to always cook your eggs properly. If you love soft-boiled eggs, aim for at least medium-boiled, where the yolk is slightly firm but still creamy. When making scrambled eggs, cook them until they are fully set, with no runny parts left. If you enjoy sunny-side-up eggs, consider flipping them briefly to make them over-easy or over-medium to ensure the yolk is cooked enough to kill bacteria. If you like to use eggs in recipes that call for them raw, such as homemade mayonnaise, salad dressings, or certain desserts, consider using pasteurized eggs. These eggs have been heat-treated to kill bacteria while keeping the raw texture intact. They are a much safer option for seniors who still want to enjoy recipes that call for raw eggs. Another tip is to store your eggs properly. Always keep them refrigerated at or below 40 degrees Fahrenheit 4 degrees Celsius, and check the expiration date before using them. Fresh eggs not only taste better but are also less likely to carry harmful bacteria. By ensuring your eggs are fully cooked, you're not just protecting yourself from foodborne illness, you're also getting the full nutritional benefits that eggs offer in a safe and healthy way. Mistake 5. Storing eggs improperly. Eggs may seem like they can last forever, but if they are not stored correctly, they can go bad faster than you think. Many people assume that because eggs come in a shell, they're naturally protected from bacteria. While the shell does provide some protection, it's not foolproof. If eggs are left at room temperature for too long, harmful bacteria can start to grow, making them unsafe to eat. A common mistake is leaving eggs on the counter, especially after grocery shopping. Maybe you're busy unpacking everything, and the eggs sit out for a while. Or perhaps you like keeping them on the counter for easy access. But the truth is, eggs should always be stored in the refrigerator at a consistent temperature of 40 degrees Fahrenheit 4 degrees Celsius or below. The cold temperature slows down bacterial growth, keeping the eggs fresher for longer. Another mistake is storing eggs in the fridge door. Most refrigerators have a built-in egg tray in the door, which seems convenient. However, every time the fridge door opens and closes, eggs in the door get exposed to temperature changes. This can cause eggs to spoil faster than if they were stored in the main section of the fridge, where the temperature is more stable. The best way to store eggs is to keep them in their original carton and place them on a shelf inside the fridge. The carton helps protect them from absorbing strong odors from other foods and also keeps moisture levels balanced. If you're unsure whether your eggs are still fresh, there's a simple test you can do. Fill a bowl with water and gently place an egg inside. If the egg sinks and lays flat on the bottom, it's very fresh. If it stands upright but still touches the bottom, it's still safe to eat but should be used soon. If the egg floats, it has gone bad and should be thrown away. This happens because old eggs develop air pockets inside the shell, making them float in water. Another tip is to always check the expiration or best by date on the carton. While eggs can sometimes last a little longer than the printed date, it's always better to be cautious. If an egg smells off or has a strange texture when cracked open, it's best to discard it. Proper egg storage isn't just about keeping them fresh, it's also about food safety. By taking a few simple steps, you can ensure that your eggs stay safe to eat and full of the nutrition your body needs. Mistake 6. Cooking eggs in an aluminum pan. Many people don't realize that the type of cookware they use can directly impact their food and, ultimately, their health. Cooking eggs in aluminum pans, especially those that are scratched or worn out, can cause tiny aluminum particles to leach into the food. At first glance, this might seem harmless, but research suggests that excessive aluminum exposure over time could be linked to various health concerns, including memory problems and neurological disorders. Aluminum cookware is widely used because it is lightweight, affordable, and an excellent heat conductor. However, the downside is that aluminum is a highly reactive metal. When exposed to heat, especially high temperatures, it has the potential to break down and mix with food. This risk is even higher when cooking acidic foods such as tomatoes, citrus-based sauces, or vinegar-infused dishes. Every time you cook eggs in an old or scratched aluminum pan, you could be ingesting small amounts of metal without realizing it. Though the human body can eliminate small amounts of aluminum, consistent exposure over time could pose risks. Some experts have raised concerns about the connection between long-term aluminum exposure and cognitive decline, including conditions like Alzheimer's disease. While research in this area is still ongoing, it is always better to be cautious, especially as we age and become more conscious of brain health and overall well-being. Safer alternatives to aluminum pans. To minimize your exposure to aluminum while improving the taste and texture of your eggs, consider switching to one of these safer cookware options. Stainless steel. This is one of the best choices for cooking eggs because it is durable, non-reactive, and does not leach harmful substances into food. While some people worry that eggs stick to stainless steel, this issue can be avoided by properly heating the pan and using a little butter or oil. A well-maintained stainless steel pan can last a lifetime. Ceramic-coated pans offer a non-stick surface without harmful chemicals. They are easy to clean, require minimal oil for cooking, and do not react with food. They also distribute heat evenly, ensuring your eggs cook perfectly every time. Cast iron. A well-seasoned cast iron pan is another excellent option for cooking eggs. Cast iron retains heat well and even adds a small amount of iron to your diet, which can be beneficial, especially for individuals who are at risk of iron deficiency. With proper care, a cast iron pan can become naturally nonstick over time. What to do if you still use aluminum cookware? If replacing your cookware is not an option right now, you can still take steps to reduce the potential risks of aluminum exposure. Avoid cooking acidic foods in aluminum pans, as acids speed up the leaching process. Always use wooden, silicone, or plastic utensils when cooking with aluminum to prevent scratches. If your aluminum cookware is scratched or damaged, it is time for an upgrade. Consider using parchment paper or a safe, non-stick liner when baking with aluminum trays. By choosing the right cookware, you are not only enhancing the taste and texture of your eggs but also taking a step toward better long-term health. Small changes in your kitchen habits can make a significant impact on your well-being as you age. Mistake 7. Throwing away the yolk. For years, there has been a widespread misconception that egg yolks are bad for cholesterol, leading many people to develop the habit of eating only egg whites. The fear that yolks could raise bad cholesterol levels, LDL, caused countless people to miss out on one of the most nutritious parts of the egg. However, modern research has shown that this belief is outdated and misleading. Egg yolks contain most of the egg's essential nutrients, including vitamin A, important for vision, skin health, and immune function. Vitamin D helps maintain strong bones, supports immune health, and regulates mood. Vitamin B12, essential for brain function and energy production. Healthy fats, these fats support brain function, heart health, and even hormone production. Choline, this nutrient plays a critical role in brain development, liver function, and muscle control. If you are someone who routinely discards the yolk, thinking it will help you stay healthier, you may actually be depriving yourself of these essential nutrients. Studies now suggest that for most people, dietary cholesterol from eggs does not significantly raise blood cholesterol levels. Instead, factors such as trans fats, processed foods, and excessive sugar intake have a much greater impact on heart health. Why you should eat the whole egg? Unless your doctor has specifically advised you to avoid egg yolks due to a medical condition, there is no reason to throw them away. Eating whole eggs in moderation can actually be good for you. The combination of protein from the egg white and healthy fats from the yolk provides balanced nutrition that keeps you full and energized. In fact, whole eggs are one of the best sources of high-quality protein, making them a great option for older adults who want to maintain muscle mass and overall strength. Additionally, the fats in yolks help with the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K, nutrients that are crucial for overall health, especially as we age. The right way to enjoy whole eggs. If you're still hesitant about eating yolks, here are a few ways to include them in your diet while keeping your meals balanced. Pair them with fiber-rich foods. Eating eggs with whole grains, vegetables, or fruits helps keep your meals balanced and nutritious. Control your portion sizes. Instead of eating a high number of eggs every day, aim for a moderate intake that suits your health needs. Prepare them in a healthy way. Boiled, poached, or scrambled eggs with minimal oil are great choices. Avoid frying eggs in unhealthy oils or pairing them with processed meats like bacon. By keeping yolks in your diet, you're not just making your eggs tastier, you're also making sure you're getting all the essential nutrients they have to offer. Instead of following outdated myths, focus on what truly matters, a well-balanced diet that supports overall health. So there you have it, 7 common mistakes to avoid when cooking eggs. Who knew that such a simple food could have so many small but important details? But that's the beauty of learning. Sometimes, small changes make the biggest difference in our health and well-being. Eggs have been a part of our diets for generations. Many of us grew up eating them in all sorts of ways, scrambled, fried, boiled, poached, or mixed into dishes like omelets, casseroles, and even baked goods. They've been our go-to meal on busy mornings, a comforting addition to a hearty breakfast, and even a quick protein boost for lunch or dinner. But as we age, the way we cook and eat matters more than ever. It's easy to overlook cooking habits, especially if they're things we've been doing for years without much thought. But now that we know better, we can make better choices. Simple shifts, like cooking eggs at a lower temperature, using healthy oils, watching salt intake, and making sure eggs are stored properly, can keep them as nutritious and beneficial as possible. One of the most important things to remember is that eggs are already packed with goodness. There's no need to overcomplicate them with too much oil, butter, or salt. A well-cooked egg on its own is delicious, and when prepared the right way, it supports heart health, brain function, and overall wellness. Let's take a quick moment to go over the key takeaways again. Avoid overcooking. High heat can destroy nutrients and make eggs harder to digest. Gentle cooking is best. Use healthy fats sparingly. Too much butter or oil can add unnecessary calories and unhealthy fats. Stick to heart-friendly choices like olive oil or use a non-stick pan. Watch your salt intake. Instead of relying on salt, experiment with herbs and spices for flavor. Cook eggs properly. Eating raw or undercooked eggs increases the risk of foodborne illnesses, which can be especially dangerous as we get older. Store eggs correctly. Keep them in the fridge, away from temperature fluctuations, to maintain freshness and safety. Choose safe cookware. Avoid old aluminum pans and opt for stainless steel, ceramic, or cast iron for healthier cooking. Don't throw away the yolk. It's packed with essential vitamins and healthy fats that are good for you. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's your favorite way to cook eggs? Have you been making any of these mistakes? Or do you have your own tips and tricks for cooking the perfect eggs? Let's keep the conversation going in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with friends and family. After all, good health is something we should all help each other with. Thank you for spending time with me today. Stay healthy, stay happy, and I'll see you in the next video.